If Abraham Lincoln comes to India, definitely he will change his definition for democracy. He will change it as democracy is of the criminal, by the criminal, and for the criminal. Because the situation goes like that. And I am Joseph Kannan from Tamil Santron. We are going to discuss about the democratic condition of India. What is the real situation? Whether the democracy is good or criminalization of democracy. We are going to discuss about that. And if you are a murderer or a rapist or a kidnapper or a blackmailer, you have a very good chance to become political leader in India. I am not saying this, the data says. You know, one of the greatest political scientists, so Dr. Weissnau, actually he analyzed the data of Indian election for the last 3 elections. And he analyzed and found out that if a criminal stands for election, he has the chance of victory 18%. But at the same time, if a clean hand stands for the election, he has the winning chance of only 6%. So a criminal has 3 times more chance than a clean hand according to the data so collected from the last 3 general election. And the data also shows you, we are going to tell you that. In 2004, the criminals in parliament, the criminals who were elected to the parliament were 24%. And in 2009, it increased to 30%. And in 2014, so the 34% of our MPs are having criminal background, severe criminal background, like murder, attempt to murder, rape, and so on. So we are going to discuss about that. And everybody knows that our current Prime Minister promised, when he was doing the election campaign in 2014, he promised to the Indian people that he would clean the system. And if I say in his own word, he said, give me one chance, I will clean the system. And I will form a court under the supervision of Supreme Court to deal with all the tainted MLAs and MPs. And within 1 year, I form that such court. And from that, within another 1 year, I will finish all the trial for all the criminal and tainted MLAs and MPs, and I will put them behind the bar. So he says then, he promised that he would do it within 2 years. Within 1 year, he promised to form the court, special court. Within another 1 year, he promised to put all the criminal MLAs and MPs to put behind the bar. But conveniently, he has forgotten. Almost 3 years are over. But still, nobody is there to remind him about his promise. And if he is unable to execute what he wanted to do, so he must say sorry to the people. Oh, I want to do that, but I am unable to do it. Or if he does it conveniently, he must apologize to the people. So, I told a lie. I just gave you bunch of lies just for the election. I am not going to do such a reform. So I apologize to the people. He must apologize and step down from his position, because any person with little self-respect should do such things when he cannot keep up his promise, or he must apologize for that. So now come to that. So the data shows that almost 30% of our representative MPs are criminals or with criminal background, with a lot of cases. Now come to that. If you take then the same Modi, so he promised that he would clean up the system, but out of 19 cabinet ministers, 7 cabinet ministers have criminal records. And 7 out of 19 means it is 37% of the cabinet ministers. And you take the council of ministers, out of 78 council of ministers, 24 ministers are having this criminal background or criminal cases. So how could then this current Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, then promised the people that he would clean up the system, but he is now supporting it. He is promoting it. He is surrounded by the criminal MPs and criminal ministers, and at least they have the cases. They are not yet cleared, and now also the system is like that. And why then people? Even I told you that from the studies we report that criminals have 2 times, 3 times better chance than a clean hand in getting election. The reason is very simple. The people are still illiterate. You know that almost half of our people are still illiterate. They don't know the value of the democracy. They don't know the value of the vote, their vote, and just they randomly they vote. And the second one is ignorant. Many are ignorant and they don't care who comes to power, because they know that their life is not going to change. Whoever comes to power, say they never bother to whom they should cast their vote. The third one is that ill-informed. And our politicians that they don't inform about themselves, or they are not better informed. The people are not better informed about the people who are contesting for the election. They don't know who is who and what is what, so they just vote. And another one reason is that caste and religion. And the majority of the people, when they were conducted some interviews, majority of the people they just agreed that, and almost 1/3 of the people agreed that they would vote just based on their caste and religion. And apart from that, you know, the current political parties, they are supporting the criminals because they have the money to spend. Because Indian democracy is now based on the money and muscles. If anybody has big pockets and muscles, gundas, they will be given the ticket to contest in the election representing certain parties. That is what the system going on now. And also I just want to just say that as far as India is concerned, every politician, when they enter into the parliament, they become multimillionaire. I don't know how it is possible. They get some sort of vision and they get a lot of money in the business they are doing. And when we see that, one of my friends joked at me saying that in your country, even if a dog enters into the parliament wrongly or accidentally, when it comes out, definitely it would become a millionaire or billionaire. So I had to accept that. So it is possible, because everybody made millions and millions almost. and we cannot deny that. And there are people from political background or from the political families. They could make trillions and trillions of money out of a small business. I could say that there are renounced political family members who invested just 1 lakh rupees. Within 6-7 years, they made 4,000, 5,000 crore profits. So, our political class is excellent in doing business. So, I recommend then, instead of taking all the effort to improve the economy, the government can drive all the people through the parliament. So when they come out, they get the vision to become rich. And Indian government can easily make everyone rich, just sending them to the parliament. Okay, come to the building, go and go outside the other door. Okay, he is going to become rich. That is actually the trend going on. And one example I can say, this hide and seek play of the politicians. One example, in 2007, you know that Mulayam Singh, so CBI registered a case on corruption case in 2007 March. And in July 2008, his party, SP party, Samajwadi party, supported the UPA government. So immediately, in December 2008, the CBI withdrew the case on Mulayam Singh Yadav. Just to think. Now, there was a problem between Mulayam Singh Yadav and Congress in 2011 about seat sharing. And now, the CBI withdrew so they recalled or reversed the withdrawal in March 2011. So because they had the problem, so now the CBI reversed the withdrawal, and again the case was registered on Mulayam Singh on corruption. Come to then 2012. In 2012 December, this SP, Samajwadi party of Mulayam Singh Yadav, so now supported the government, the UPA government, in passing the FDI retail bill. So the SP government or Samajwadi party supported the UPA government. As a result, in September 2013, CBI closed the case. You just imagine one example, how they are playing hide and seek in front of us. So this is the way they play the politics. So what I am going to remind you that just before the French Revolution, the great philosophers like Montesquieu and Rousseau, they said that everywhere the people are chained, and also the people have the right to remove the government if the government is not a benevolent government, if the government is not doing good to the people. So people have the right. We are the democratic country, of course, the so-called democratic country. You can change the government by ballot. And also, I want to remind you, the government, that people have a limitation for toleration. So, the situation in 1789 prevailed in France is prevailing in India at present. People has set a limit for tolerance. What happened in France? The people lost their tolerance. Then they guillotined Louis XVI and his wife Isabella. And also all the political classes were guillotined by the people. So the same thing can happen anywhere at any time. So people are not patient always. They have their own limitation. So what I am telling you is that the ruling class, please take care, do something good for the people. And also I would like to remind the Prime Minister Mr. Modi to keep your promise on this issue, to establish fast track court and try the politicians within 1 year and imprison them if found guilty. And listening, thank you for listening the video, and if you like, subscribe the video and also forward to your friends. Thank you for listening.